Peace and love, family. Today, I am here to talk about the 5 stages of grief in a narcissistic relationship. Most times when we hear the 5 stages of grief, we associate it with the loss of a loved one, or maybe someone who was in a tragic event like a car crash and it left them without a limb or without mobility. However, there is a process specific to the grieving that goes on in a narcissistic relationship. So I do want to make the disclaimer that the information that I'm presenting for you today is my theory. However, my theory is based off of information that's been out there. This isn't anything new. Just want to put that out there. I just thought it would be easier for you to grasp the way that I put it to you. So I hope I've been successful in that. So the purpose of me making this video is to offer some comfort, some validation, and some confirmation to what seems to be the erratic emotions that you're going through. It is completely normal. It is a response to the abuse that you are going through. And if you don't hear anything else, I want you to hear this loud and clear. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. I don't care what's been suggested. I don't care what you've been taught. I don't care what's been ingrained in your mind. There is nothing wrong with you. Let's continue, and hopefully you'll see why. So the 5 stages are denial, awareness, anger, depletion, and healing. Let's break it down. Well, it's important to note that when these stages of grief occur, your head is already out the clouds. Your intuition is starting to call you a little bit. You're starting to see the contradictory behavior, and your relationship is most likely somewhere in between the devaluing and discard phase. So in the denial phase, you're stuck between what you feel and what you want. The narcissist has showed you the best sides of them. They have lured you in, and you're doubting yourself. You're very confused as to the shift in behavior, so you're blaming yourself. The narcissist senses that, and what he may begin to do is love bomb you, give you little breadcrumbs, and it normally pacifies you in this stage because you're not yet ready to accept the behavior, and you don't see the disrespect that's happening on the deep level that it is. You don't quite see it yet. You're still chasing what your heart feels. You're still chasing to feel that first rush that you felt when you all first met. So the denial phase is something that it allows the deepening of the trauma bond, because in this phase, that's when that cat and mouse, that chase is going on. You're sitting there trying to fix him. You're trying to fix up yourself. You're trying to do everything to please him, but you haven't quite realized yet that nothing that you will do will ever please the narcissist. Let's move into the next phase. Awareness. During this stage, you feel that something just isn't quite right, but you can't put your finger on it. You start to notice how you're starting to feel, and you become confused by why you're feeling so sad if this person appears to be so great. You start to dig deeper into your emotions. You start to dig a little bit deeper into what they're saying. You start to hear and notice the little subtle disrespect, the subtle inconsistencies. And it's making you feel a type of way. But you're so confused by it that you're sort of immobilized and you don't know how to process it or move forward. But yet and still, your intuition is paying attention. So as you continue to wake up, you're watching YouTube videos, you're listening to people and how their relationship is flowing, you're comparing your relationship to what others are saying. You begin to realize that your relationship is imbalanced. It seems more like a situationship. And the more you get to see and realize just exactly what's going on, you become angry. You become angry with the fact that you've been living a lie. You're living an illusion. Nothing is as it seems. At this stage, you might want to start playing mind games back with the narcissist. You might have thoughts about cheating on them the way that they're cheating on you, but your heart is in such a good place. You understand that 2 wrongs don't make a right. During this stage, extreme sadness starts to overwhelm you, but you still love this person. You're still willing to jump through the hoops. You're still trying to make it work, but you're so angry that they're so resistant to all of your attempts, and it just leaves you boiling on the inside with no outlet. Who can you talk to about this? It's embarrassing. People don't understand. And the narcissist has totally put up this false perception of themselves. So it's not like they're going to believe you anyway. This deepens the anger. And sometimes it can turn into rage. Once again, the narc can always sense a change in your behavior or your temperament. He is so used to you being wanting to be affectionate and willing to please that any change alerts him to, oh, well, let me try to love bomb again. Let me throw some breadcrumbs. Let me future fake. Let me give you promises that I won't keep to keep you happy. But in the meantime, you are still left feeling just this feeling of discontent, overwhelming sadness. Isolation starts to set in because you're lonely. You know, you're supposed to be in this deep, loving, connected relationship, but yet you're there to deal with all the mental stress alone. Sometimes you're left to deal with the finances alone while they disappear and do what they want to do. This leads into the next phase of depletion. And depletion is all of these things combined. And one of the most dangerous phases of the narcissistic relationship, because this is the point where people start to feel, thoughts of self-deletion, hopelessness, the grief, the sadness, the confusion, the no matter what you try, nothing works. All of that sets in, and it just makes you unable to move. You just start to not even care anymore. You just become a shell of yourself. You don't recognize yourself. You're not happy. You're extremely depressed. You have a hard time focusing during your day-to-day tasks because your soul, your energy has been drained. In the meantime, they've exchanged their sorry, low self-worth for your empathetic nature. They're walking around getting a boost off of everything that you gave them, but yet you're stuck in this stage of depletion. So sad and depressed and immobilized that you feel like you can't do anything. A miserable feeling. Next is the healing phase. And during this phase, you see the narc for exactly who they are. The mask is off. The jig is up. You're sick and tired. You're immune to all of their tactics. Matter of fact, you can even predict what they're going to do and say next. You're investing more time into yourself. You're trying to build your self-esteem. And you've made up in your mind that you're leaving. It's just a matter of time when. And of course, the narcissist sees you. He sees you getting a little boost with your self-esteem. He sees you walking a little bit differently. He sees you responding and being a little more snappy when you respond to him. He sees all of that. He knows it's only a matter of time. And a lot of times this is when you start to really see the evil side of them. They want to start threatening you with, oh, well, we can go to court and battle over custody over the children. Oh, the house is in my name, so you can get out right now. All types of things that they're going to do to just demean you and devalue you. But in the meantime, you're starting to know who you are. And it's important to know that these stages of grief don't necessarily happen in order. And that you can fluctuate and bounce between one and the next. You know, you can bounce between being aware and being angry. Or from being aware to just feeling depleted and immobilized before you can actually step into that healing. So I sincerely hope that this has helped you to understand and validate what you are going through. You know, you're not going insane. And as stated before, this is a process that's a response to the abuse that you are enduring. And it is a living hell. Anyone that's going through this, you have my heart. I know what it's like. I will talk to you soon. My name is Latasha. This is Clara's Revival. I am your certified self-revival and master spirit coach. And I want you to remember to always put you first. Take care.